Liverpool officially out of the title race. They've drawn 2-2 with West Ham at the London Stadium. Great result for West Ham. Because I thought when Liverpool made it 2-1, that second goal was jammy as hell. It went down as an own goal as for Areola, who I thought had a really good game. Other than that, well, there's not much he could have done about that, because really it was Ogbonna's fault for deflecting off him onto Areola into the goal. So really, it should go down as a Ogbonna own goal, instead of an Areola own goal. And I think that when it was announced that Klopp was leaving, they should have done it. If they knew it was going to happen for a while, they should have done it before the season started. So the fans and players knew that he was going to leave going into the season. They shouldn't have done it in the middle of the season in January, because they were actually doing quite well at that time. Maybe if they did it at a different time, this Klopp farewell story would have ended up turning out a lot different than what it has done up to this point. Because Pep's contract's out next year, and if he is leaving, I hope we don't do what Liverpool have done, and announce that he's leaving in the middle of a season, and we should announce it before the season either starts or in the early parts of the season, not in the crunch time of the season in January. But my man of the match for this game, I thought Areola was outstanding. I thought Kudus caused Liverpool quite a lot of problems, Bowen as well. But I'm going to give it to Areola, because if it wasn't for him, Liverpool might have scored about 3 or 4, maybe 5. Because Liverpool did miss quite a lot of chances, and it has been the story of their season, certainly in the last couple of games. But fair play to West Ham. When they went 2-1 down, I thought they were going to lose like 3 or 4-1, but they showed great character to get back into the game. Good header from Antonio. No way Alisson could save that. But the West Ham goal to put them in front should have been saved by Alisson, and the Robertson goal for Liverpool to make it 1-1 should have been saved from Areola. So really, it was a game of goalkeeping errors in my personal opinion. But I think this means that Liverpool won't win the league for at least 4 or 5 years, because I'm not sure whether this slot's the right guy to replace Klopp. He looks like another Ten Hag to me. A bit more of a winning pedigree than Ten Hag, but if you're going to replace Jurgen Klopp, you've got to at least try and replace him with an elite sort of type of replacement, like a Zidane or a Nagelsmann. Who else is out there? Let me think. Even a Thomas Tuchel would have a bit of more of a pedigree than this slot geezer. Because, yes, he might have won the odd trophy here and there in the Dutch league, but the Dutch league's nothing compared to the Premier League. If you're going to get like an elite manager, you need to get them from the La Liga, the Serie A, or even the Bundesliga. You don't get them from the Dutch league, because I think out of all the domestic leagues, you could argue the Dutch league's the worst. Because I know Bayern did win the Bundesliga 11 years up until before this year, but I'd still say that's a better league than the Eredivisie, if that's how you say it. I'm not sure, but yeah. And the touchline thing with Klopp and Salah, maybe that means Salah's going as well. Because Mbappe's leaving PSG more than likely anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if Salah goes to PSG as Kylian Mbappe's replacement. And I think that's possible as well. Either that or he goes to Saudi Arabia, in my personal opinion, because I can't see him staying at Liverpool now that Klopp's gone. Because well, he's not gone because there's still 3 games left, but you know what I mean. He's gone after the 3 games are finished. I don't see Salah staying because that means that probably Liverpool won't compete for a good number of years. Well, we don't really know because this slot could come in and take us all by surprise. But considering on how Dutch managers have done in this country in the past, I'm not expecting him to come in and do wonders. It's possible, obviously, because you can't rule anything out in football, but I'm not expecting him to do anything in the early doors at Liverpool. I think next season you're going to see Liverpool in a proper crunch battle for top 4, and there's a possibility that they might be in the bracket competing for the Europa League and the Conference League as well. Because I think for Liverpool to actually win the title in the next coming years, they need to get a better striker in, because Núñez isn't a bad footballer overall, but he's not a finisher. You're not going to win the league with him as a striker. And you need more CDM depth, because even though Endo has done pretty well this season for Liverpool, he's not on that Kimmich level. He's not on that Rodri level. He's not on that Declan Rice level. You need a quality CDM to dictate games, because a lot of Liverpool games under Klopp anyway are like basketball matches where there's no real control. That's because they don't really have that player in the midfield of the CDM that can actually control a game properly. And I think if Liverpool lose Salah, they're in trouble, because despite him not having his most vintage season, he's still been their best attacker by a country mile this season. And they looked better when he came on. They started creating a lot more chances and doing more in the final third. So if he does go, that's going to be a problem as well. And they've got to replace him well, because there's not that many players on the level out in Europe that Liverpool could realistically get that's on the level of Mo Salah. So, yeah. But that's personally Liverpool out of the title race, in my personal opinion. Because I don't see Arsenal and City both dropping enough points that lets Liverpool get back into it. Because Liverpool have got to play Spurs next. I think there's a good chance they drop points in that as well. And who else they've got after that? I think they've got Wolves on the final day. And in between then, I don't really know. I have to check who they play in between then. But I don't see them winning their last 3 games either. They're still come third because they're still quite a bit in front of Aston Villa, but they're out of the title race in my opinion. And it's between Arsenal and City. And I did say before the season, I'd rather be in the title race with Arsenal than Liverpool, because Liverpool have got a manager that knows how to do it, and he's done it before. And Arsenal don't, as of so far, with Mikel Arteta. He's been in the title race before, but whenever he's been under pressure in top 4 races and title races, he's crumbled. So I'm more confident now that Liverpool are out of the title race, that City can win it, because I think Arsenal will drop points in at least one of the trips to Tottenham or Old Trafford. I'm going to do a reaction to the Tottenham-Arsenal game tomorrow, and I'll do a reaction to the Forest City game, and I'm going to do reactions to all the games, if possible, between now and the end of the season. The ones that I watch, anyway. Because it's United against Burnley later. Well, it's kicked off as I'm speaking, but I'm going to go and watch that in a minute, if I can get it on the computer. But anyway, go watch my video from earlier where I ranked the all of the English clubs in the football pyramid in the 92 on Tier Maker. Go check that video out. That's the latest video before this one. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And also, by the way, do you like me with my hat on or my hat off? Leave that in the comment section below. It's not that my hair's a mess or anything like that. I just felt like putting a cap on for some reason. But anyway, see you in the next one.